Because we have mitered tenons, it does matter the orientation of the back rail piece. So I'm going to temporarily dry fit this in place for laying out the hinge. And that hinge pin will be hanging off the back of the project. So I'm just going to draw a small arrow so that I can remember this is the back of the project. And I can pull that piece out. On our hinge, we have a paint clearance, which almost looks like a little cut mark into the hinge. This paint clearance will be our reference line. And that paint clearance line needs to be lined up with the back edge surface of our workpiece. This is the point at which we need to make our marks for the drill location for the screws. Only when that paint clearance line is lined up perfectly with that back surface. And we also want to double check our clearance with the radius so we are centered in that routered slot. And with everything lined up, we can mark our first hole location. Using a scratch awl or the tip of a screw, I'm going to put a small divot right in the center of that hole location and drill my pilot hole 3/32 of an inch in diameter. I'm going to drill that just a little bit deeper than the length of the screw. Applying just a little bit of bar soap to the threads of the screw will help it install a lot easier. We do want to install this by hand without a drill. Now I have the first screw installed. I am only going to install 2 additional screws at this stage. That will leave me the ability to adjust the hinge if need to at a later date. The process is the exact same for the center as well as the other end. We need to line up that paint clearance line, mark our hole location with a scratch awl or screw, drill our pilot hole, and install a screw. And again, we are only doing this at 3 locations along the length of the hinge.